Today we're going to be doing DLRs on this BMW 330i. We got the laser headlights, so our DLR is a little bit different. You know, you got the half DLRs, the basic one that goes like halfway, then the laser ones that go all the way up. I just know that there's two different headlights. So we're going to do an install because I saw that there's no install videos, so I'm going to try to do it thoroughly. We're going to get started. Right now, I already took off the wheel. It's going to be easier to take off the wheel. You could try to turn the wheel. It'll just make it a little bit more difficult. But all you got to do is take off these. They should be 10s. These are going to be, 10 millimeters. We're going to remove these bolts so that we can get access to this laser, to the headlight, sorry. And then, right now, what we're going to have to do is take apart all of this so that we can run the wires through. Because we got the RGB, LGBTQ, whatever option to do any color daytime lights. So instead of just having the yellow one, because there's a lot of videos on the yellow DLRs, but not a lot of videos on the multicolor DLRs. The only reason why I got the multicolor is because, as you saw, I have all my accents blue. So I'm going to do blue, even though it's supposedly illegal. So we're going to go ahead and get started removing all the hood assembly covers that cover the top of the headlight. We're going to get access to the LED boards. So the main tools you're really going to need is going to be a 10 mil. And then 17, this is optional. It makes the job way easier, but if you plan to remove your tire, you're going to need a 17 mil for the lug nuts unless you change them. You're going to need thermal paste. It doesn't have to be thermal paste, but it's something to adhere the boards. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Right here I'm using this RGB kit, whatever. We're going to be using this one. This one does not come with the whole piece, because I know that some of them come with that whole casing that the LEDs come inside, but in my case we don't have that. Pretty sure it's because this is the RGB kit, not the yellow DLR kit. So whenever you touch these, they have a cover for a reason. Make sure you do not touch the LED light, because once you touch the LED light, it's going to be faded DLRs, so you never want to touch them. So this is going to be for whichever side you plan to put on it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be certain ways that they have to face. We'll get to that later. Thermal paste, you can get this at Walmart. It's like $8 after tax. You can probably try to order a cheaper one, maybe $6 or $7, but I just went with this one because I needed it today. This is going to be so that we can remove this plastic. It would be better if you use an actual plastic trim removal kit or tools or whatever. Try not to break these plastic clips. If not, you have to get new ones or just put something in place of it. I would recommend to not cut your nails before this. As funny as it sounds, like those little things, they actually matter. I mean, it's not you don't have to, but I mean, it makes it way easier. You won't have to use some sort of pliers or something to hold it, because this, you don't really want to touch it with your fingers at all, because the oil's in your hand. It will mess up those LED lights, and like I said, it'll make your DLRs fade. We're going to go ahead and get started removing the trim, and then once I do that, I'll go ahead and cut back. Alright, so hopefully you can hear me. So this is what you're basically trying to pull out. You want to be very careful with these. You don't want to break them. Also, you want to be careful with these. These do come out, but it comes in. So as you can see, this is going to work like any trim piece. You put it in, and this is what kind of opens those grooves so that it kind of stays put in place. So you really don't need the pliers. You can use your nails if you have them. You know, you want to have something to pry this up as well, or you can just pull it out. So this is what it looks like before you remove it. This is what I mean. You pull this up, that way you kind of freeze this back in, because this one we actually don't need to. You can just push it down. That one's already loose. So this, you pull it out. This one as well, and then you just pull it out, push that in, that way it doesn't come out. Same with this one. Rinse and repeat for all of them. Put these somewhere where they won't get lost. You're just trying to access that piece right there. Pull this off, and right here you don't have to remove the whole thing. You can just push it down, it comes right out. And always remember that that goes under this piece, not above. So this one, I actually did end up taking it out. You don't even see that. This is what we're trying to get access to. This is where the LEDs are that you're trying to take out. So the size that you're going to use to take these off is going to be a T20. That's what you're going to need. And make sure it's not too small, too big, it's snug, no slack. So that way you don't strip it. Doesn't really require a lot of force, but you do need this T20. So that's going to be the one on top. There's also going to be one on the back side under all of this. That's why we're pulling apart the fender liner back here, because it's actually right here. Going to be right there in that general area, and that's what we're trying to get to for the second one. This one should be for the front, and the other one's going to be for the back. Once you've taken out these screws, you want to make sure that you keep track of those as well. I'm going to put them here somewhere they won't fall. You're just going to want to pull this out, and this is what you're trying to get to. You're going to need to unclip that. You want to be very careful with it in case you do plan on putting it back that way. So what I did is I just put my nail back here on the plastic, not on the wires, because you don't want to pull on those wires, but this is what you're trying to get access to. Don't touch those LED lights. You're just going to want to pull this off, and then you're going to be able to install the LED board. This board is going to be replaced by one of these boards. It might be the adhesive is on the back. Might be just using 3M tape or some sort of double-sided tape, but I'm gonna put that thermal paste just to be safe. It looks like this is the front, because you want to look at the clip. So this is gonna be the one on top, because this has this clip that's identical to the one that's over here. It looks like it's the same exact clip. And then so if we took apart the other one at the bottom, it would be a bigger plug. I can try to do it with one hand, but you just push on it, should come loose. Just keep pushing evenly on both sides, and there you go, all loose. So you got the fender liner screws up. It's gonna be these two screws, one right here, two up here. You can see that, there you go, two up there, one right there, and then these I'm gonna see if I can pull it off without having to take those off. Very hard plastic, and I went ahead and removed these bolts. You know, it's not too much of a trouble to remove, so I just went ahead and removed these bolts. Now I can access it a little bit better. Pull it off, and then that's what we're trying to get to right there. This is the other module that we need to get to, and that's where the LED boards are going to be for the second one right here. Remove that, should be the same Torx, should be T20s as well, 3 T20s. There's going to be a, let me see where the other one, the bracket is going to be here. Should be accessible. No, it's there. It's recording. 0%. You gotta make sure on this.
What is that? Oh.
Damn, this is like throwback.
This is what we're trying to get to. Right here. Right here we're gonna drill. There's a hole back there. Kinda hard to see. So look. Right here is the hole. There's the bolt. That is only accessible in this hole. You can see it. This, you want to get it more up top, on the very top, up a little bit higher, so it lines up even better. Right now we're just gonna do hand tools. I got it. No, it's still tight. Try to line this up. Damn, this shit's a bitch for real. Okay, and then we turn that shit. It's almost out. It's almost out. Yeah, it's coming off. You should be able to do it by hand. You can try to push this out, use a wrench, and then have a wrench that's small enough to go around this. And do it like that. I mean, it's easier to drill it. That's the fucking bolt that we were with this. That bolt, that bolt. So right here, we're trying to put these holes through. Have a little bit of trouble.
And then for this box right here, you connect it right here down to here. I went ahead, you unplug that headlight up here. There's a little adapter piece that you plug in the old headlight harness to, and then you plug in the new harness into the headlight right there. Other than that, fairly simple to do.
We just poked those holes so that way it would line up, because the 3M is covering that it came with. That way these holes line up. So whenever we place it, we can just plug and play, and it'll stick correctly.
Really
and then
tough.
Whenever I'm gonna press it down, I want to put even pressure. So I'm gonna place like this, fold it like 2 times, press it down, both fingers. We're gonna do that down there though. That way we can run this wire. You showed them how to plug in that harness and everything.
Plug.
You're gonna run up the wire. You're gonna run the wire up, and we're gonna put it to this box. I'm gonna move this though. I'm gonna plug it in behind this, right here, just so it's a little bit more tucked away, and everything linking up right here. Yeah. So then we can mount this either on the headlight or somewhere around this area. We're gonna worry about that later. Now you're gonna run this before you put it on that. Otherwise, you're gonna have to try to get this whole piece down there through here. So you're gonna want to go ahead and try to fish this here and try to get it through.
We'll grab it slightly.
Does it go under that wire or not?
I can move it.
I'm just gonna organize this. Alright, so we got this one on. We got the other one on. We got the car unlocked so it'll run the daytime just to test, make sure we got all the wiring right. We got everything plugged in except for these. These ones are plugged in. As you can see, that's the front. Now we haven't changed the color, but right now for these back ones, I have run into a little issue where it does require thermal paste because trying to put this in, this wire wants to pull it up. It has a lot of tug. So whenever you're installing this one back in, it is better to use some sort of adhesive. Because this backing that they give you, it's not strong enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and install that, throw it back on, and these should be done. So as you can see, it looks beautiful just based off of these first two that are already done. We'll go ahead and get started on that thermal paste. Let me go ahead and put this thermal paste, and then this one. That should be it for this one. It would help if this thing was off, but fuck it. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually see with my eyes. And then I'll use this rag to press it down because I have the tape off. That blue tape, you want to be careful with this LED. Just press it down so it sticks. Let it adhere. So whenever you're putting this back on, you want to make sure you're facing it the right way. Obviously it's going to be inverted, but you can see this bolt, and it has this lettering under here, and also this vent that this one has on the same side. This is how you tell it apart. This vent is always going to be towards the fender and the bumper, outside the car, outside the wheel well. This one, that bolt is going to be up. You can also just line up the bolts. It's going to be, so you're going to place the board right here on these two, and then the plugs where you plug it in are going to be down here. Board with the prongs facing downwards. You're just going to put thermal paste on this and in the middle so that just so that holds. Have it sitting with the thermal paste on it for like on the back for like what, 60 seconds? Yeah. Or like at least a minute, just so it kind of bonds to it, and then after that you're set. Alright, so this is how I got the thermal paste. Not a lot. Kind of bonds good. Press it all over the corners, the edges where you can't go. Just don't do it too hard. And then you're set. That's how it's going to be. So it's loose, and then there you go. So we got these two off. And then whenever I stick this on, you try to get this wire how you want to have it sitting. So it's going to be sitting up. So it's the wire's going to be like that. You want to make sure you leave a little bit of slack. What I do is I put the big one first, because the big one is harder to get once you get the small one on. So I put the big one. Oh yeah, it's behind you. Oh yeah, that shit's tough.
I don't even know where his phone is.
I got it. So yeah, we got this shit installed. Holy shit, it looks clean as fuck. So with that one, you do need thermal paste on this back one, just so it's easier. Now it's blue. Oh hell yeah. Connection successful. We got it pink. We got it turquoise. We got a dark blue. We got a red. We got a yellow. We can just pick anything on the color wheel. Look at that shit. No, yeah, that shit's tough. And you can even put a white or a light blue. I'm probably gonna have it like something like that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and install it and then put this back on wheels.
Damn!
Oh, yeah.
What you think about it?
That shit is tough as fuck. Fuck yeah. You start it up.
What you think about it?
Oh yeah, and look, we could change all the modes. Let's go through the modes right now. What? So you gotta download this magic strip thing that's in the box, whatever your kit comes with, and then you make sure it's connected. ACCM's connected. So now I can cycle through the modes.
Red,
Oh shit!
blue.
These are just the ones that are already pre-made for the car.
Show the mode.
Oh yeah, we got also these type of modes. Let me do it so it's noticeable. What red, pink. Yeah, hot pink. So we got the breathing mode. Oh yeah, you gotta select one of the colors. So let's do red, so it's kind of noticeable. You see, it's like I think it paints in and out. I'm pretty sure, kind of goofy. I'm not gonna use these modes. I doubt it.
Do the strobe. Look at this shit.
You can also do something. Oh, I think the speed of it, or not? What is this?
Yeah, that's the
Oh yeah, that's the speed. Yeah. So you can change the speed of it. You can get gradient. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, gradient is the one where you can change its colors.
Look at that
Now
shit.
I'm gonna use that shit. I'm gonna just. And then there's flashing too.
Oh, we're pulling over people now.
Yeah, we're gonna be cops now.
We're going to jail. What's your rate to install?
That's harder than that bitch to install.
Not really. You only had issues with that one side.
Just one side on everything.
Turn the bottom way. Yeah, that was way better all the way.
Yellow. You know, you can never go wrong with that. This is boring. I'm gonna run mine to my denser for now. I was gonna do blue to my.
Do green real quick?
The green looks clean.
Green looks hard.
The green looks clean.
Do light blue.
That's like blue. I'm trying to match it with blue.
Go a little bit dark.
Yeah.
Right there. No, right there.
Yeah.
Now look at it. Let's just say. Boy.
Yeah. Hold up. I can probably match it more. Let me see. Because I was barely fucking with it. I think I gotta do it down here. And then. Because it looks like it's darker blue.
No, I think it's on the side. It's the same blue. No, a little bit less.
There? I think right there.
Yeah.
That's it done. You know, it's that bitch. I still gotta put the plastics on. But so far we just zip tied everything. But it looks tough. It looks so nice. It looks so nice. I have been putting this off for so long because I thought the issue was kind of trouble. I mean, it's one of the longer installs that I've done so far.
Yeah.
And electric. But
that's good.
That shit came out good.
Oh, yeah.
Until next time.
Peace.
Look at this. Mind the dirtiness. This bitch is dirty as fuck.